a trip to Karuizawa in the winter. Karuizawa is 70 minutes from Tokyo by Shinkansen, a tourist area with very easy access. In winter, Karuizawa has many activities in which you can casually enjoy the abundance of nature. There are also romantic lights in various areas of the town. There are many spots you will want to upload to the SNS. Come and have experiences you can only get in Karuizawa during the winter.
Asama Highland Sports Club Miyota 選抜リード
And a very warm welcome to you, and it's a good Friday evening from Miyota, Japan. It's the WCT Japan New Year Curling in Miyota. Very unique tournament. Starts in one year and it ends in another year. Feature game this evening, it's Mayu Minami taking on Tsuchiya. Both teams coming into this game looking for their first win. 10 teams in the competition, divided into 2 groups of 5. They are playing a 4-game round robin in their pool. Top 2 teams will advance into the semifinals. Team Minami playing the Red Stones. Team Tsuchiya playing the Yellow Stones. Already seeing a lot more pace in the ice than we saw in the prior draw. That stone comes to rest in the back 4-foot. Team Minami from Hokkaido. And that is clipping the guard. Pushing it off to the wing. Nearly out of play. Smile from Mizuki Saito. Team Tsuchiya, a local selection from here in the Miyota area. Great opportunity for them. Looking to cover up the center, and that's in a pretty good spot, good distance, and nearly, yes, absolutely covering the shot rock. Very nice guard. Team Minami does have last rock here in the first end, but early on, Team Tsuchiya setting up for a potential force. This one is going to flirt once more with that center guard. Clips. Spills. Is it going to spill on the rings? No. It will fall just short. Repositions the guard slightly. Exposes the shot rock just a fraction. Tsuchiya is saying, all right. We've seen that this turn does curl a reasonable amount. So Minami Anzai being asked to come around the center guard. Jesus, great looking line. Maybe a little hot. Pretty much squarely in front of their shot rock, though. Just a fraction deep. Very good shot, though. And Team Tsuchiya lying 2. T-line to the button is available. It'll be a very, very tough shot. Saito. Trying to follow this one down. Again, very good line. Excellent line. Gets a cross nose even. That is a terrific shot. Fantastic. Team Minami lies 1. Actually got a cross nose as well. Terrific, terrific shot. Yumiko Kashiwagi. Full disclosure, good friend of mine. Competed against Yumiko and her husband Hiro in mixed doubles back in the day. This one is going to skate deep in the rings. Comes to rest in the back 12 foot. So quite a cluster around that center guard. Not sure that they can freeze their own and get second shot. But they can certainly threaten that stone behind the tee line. Doesn't really want to disturb those stones too much. Kana Ogawa. Well, they've got the line figured out. They're all reading this line very well indeed. Small bump, small bump. I would say red is 1-3 right now. No hesitation from Tsuchiya, saying we got a chance to double these 2 reds off. As Monomoto makes her way back down. Basically, if she can hit what she sees, probably wants to hit a bit more. I'd like to hit about half 2/3, and they're calling for the sweep straight away. This one is going to flirt with that guard. And they clip the guard. Oh dear. Bad break for Kashiwagi. And a great break for Team Minami. Well, the yellow stones are behind the tee line. They're not going to get any better. Great chance for this young Hokkaido foursome to really get a great start in this game. Nice to see the ice conditions coming right back up to speed. Called a game earlier in the afternoon where the teams were really struggling with draw weight. That seems to have been sorted out, at least by the early going here in any case. Seems to be much more predictable glide and carry on the draw shots. So Team Minami lying 2. Question is, where do you want to hit it? See the replay of that tap, pushing it up full button. I think if she can hammer the top stone almost on the nose, she might get all 3 red rocks moving. Gonna jam her own in the back certainly, but might spill across the top if she's got a good angle, but she's gonna have to throw a lot of weight. So Tsuchiya makes her way down to the delivery end, and that's what's facing her. As Yumiko lines up the angles. A big early test for this local foursome. It's a reasonable amount of broom if she's intending to throw a lot of weight. We'll just see where she's going for contact here. Well, it's close. She does get 3 red rocks moving. Changes the angles. Red's still lying 1 and maybe 2. That improves the situation a little bit for Team Tsuchiya. It's still very much advantage Team Minami. They've got last rock. They're checking it out. They're not quite sure who's second shot. Sure, I'm not sure. Things getting pretty snug there in the button area. Mizuki Sato coming down to have a look. She's saying, why don't we make a play on their stone? Right now, there aren't too many good options for your opponent. So you want to be careful about where you place this rock. You don't want to inadvertently make it easier for Kai on her last. But you also want to keep the 3 and the 4 alive. That's very much a possibility. Kano Ogawa. Mayu Minami. Sweepers think the weight is a little down. Gonna feather the yellow. Spin across. Well, that doesn't hurt them. Don't know if it helps them a ton. Does make the path into the shot rock much more difficult. So, let's play along the home game. Tsuchiya, 1 rock to throw. Your opponent's got the hammer. Where do you put this one? Let's take a look at the replay. Sweeping for curl, didn't get enough curl. Hit that top one reasonably hard. They seem to be looking at trying to wedge one into that pocket. Nose freeze the shot rock. Terrific shot if you make. If you could ever get across nose, the back 4-foot weight, even back button weight, it's a way for her to get out of the end with minimal damage. But looks like they're playing the outturn. Must confess, I'm not entirely sure what the call is here. They are trying to get to that stone on the button. And I think they're doing it the hard way. We're going to find out in a moment. Perhaps they think that red is only lying one, and maybe they're just trying to cap it up. Let's see what comes here. Sweepers are pretty happy with it, not really laying much of a brush to it. It is a guard, but this is going to come a little deeper than they would have liked, I think. Sits up just short of the rings, so that is the play. So they must think their second shot. Now Ogawa's going to have a second look at it. I don't think anybody's really sure whose second shot. This is one of these risk-reward shots where, gosh, you know, there's a shot for 4 here. You got to play it, surely. Yeah, tough shot for 4. You'd have to squeeze through the port out turn. So it's probably more likely a shot for 3 rather than a shot for 4. So that guard from Tsuchiya didn't cover up every part, and I think that's why they were a little disappointed that it went so deep. That left this port on the outturn side. So I think the shot is probably, board weight, hack board weight. Come across the nose of the red. Try to angle tap that yellow one back out of the 4-foot area. If she gets through the port and has decent weight, she makes the shot. It's getting through the port that is the challenge. Final stone, event number 1 on its way for Mayu Minami, trying a tricky through the port, thread the needle to try and get multiple points. Here it comes. Oh, they're just by and they are just through, and that is a terrific shot. 3 for sure. They're going to take a look and see if it's 4. They agree that it's 3, but wow, what a great shot from Mayu Minami. A 3 spot on the board in the first end. After 1 end of play, Team Minami 3. Team Tsuchiya will have the hammer in end number 2.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Goldline's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a Goldline.
It's a Goldline.
It's a Goldline.
And it's the choice of champions.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
Welcome back to Miyota. Second end is underway here at the WCT Japan New Year Curling in Miyota tournament. Terrific shot by Mayu Minami with her final shot in the first end. Threaded the needle perfectly and threw a 3 on the board as a result. Terrific start and a terrific shot. Glad you're with us wherever in the world you are. If you're in North America, East Coast, you're up early on a Friday morning, so thank you for joining us. If you're in Japan, Friday night, and I hope you're getting ready for your weekend. And if you're anywhere else, well, we are just delighted that you're with us and you're enjoying this unique tournament. It's a real community affair. People of Miyota. I was speaking with Jerry Gertz in the game prior to this. He was telling me that the prize money pool that's been assembled for this tournament, which is pretty decent. First prize, 1,000,000 yen. That's one of those checks that you just love to be able to hold up at the end of the tournament. It's about $9,300 Canadian. Decent first prize. But anyways, the point, the prize pool was entirely crowdfunded by the local community in Miyota. And that's just an example of what this small town has done, really, to embrace this event and really make it as welcoming as possible for the athletes. This stone double clicks the front guards, redirects, gets to the stone in the forefoot and pushes it back. A little bit of a pinball wizard. All of a sudden, hey presto, you got 2 corner guards. That works. Take another look. Double redirect and pushes your opponent's stone behind the tee line. It's about as good a result as you can get, really. Team Tsuchiya with the hammer here in the second. Trailing by 3. But they got a little something going here. They do have some options now with those 2 guards off the center line. You can duck around either of them. Choosing to come around the red stone. Neither choice is bad, you just need to make it. Weight looks good. Well clear of the guard, so I don't think they're going to get much cover. But it's nice to see the players making draws. Did mention that in the afternoon draw, teams were really fighting draw weight. Ice was quite heavy. Pleasing to see here in this evening draw that playing conditions seem to be much improved. I think they might have got that stone up into second shot position. No protection from the guards, though. Very splittable, however. Very useful spot. See Minami make that hit, and they roll it across. Probably pops out from behind that corner guard. So Team Tsuchiya lies 1. I think they're going to have another go at trying to wrap around that red guard. Yumiko Kashiwagi. Tough shot. There isn't a ton of finish. So to bury, she's probably going to have to go reasonably deep in the rings. Again, this one is going to be well clear of the guard, and it will go deep. They do want to stay a second shot. They will. They do take it just deep enough to likely take away the double takeout, at least off the one on the center line. It is quite a short roll, though, for Team Minami to get behind cover. Might get some action if she hits it high side and kicks to the right as we look at it. If she doesn't get any contact, she may just sit corner frozen on it, which would be a pretty good result as well. Kanogawa. Saito, Nomoto, rushing mightily, and this one is going to clip the guard and go across the top. Repositions the stone, setting up the double a little bit more naturally now. Interesting situation here. 3 rocks to come. What do you play? First instinct for Tsuchiya is to throw it front 12. Trying to cover some kind of a path to those 2 stones in the back of the 4-foot. Call you make here really does depend whether you're trying to play for a safe 2 or if you're trying to keep 3 alive. And this one is going to slide deep, however. Now they're audibling and they're going to push the stones around. So there will be a double takeout here for Team Minami if they want to try it. Lined up pretty natural. You hit it just off nose, kill 2, roll a little bit to the right as we look at it. Sit in front of that stone that's in the back of the 4-foot, left-hand side of the brush as we look at it. Big weight. Wanting to rattle some granite here. There's one, but he blows by that one behind in the back of the 4-foot and spins out of the rings. So I'm not so sure I don't try to split the house here. Trying to lock up at 2, but it does seem to me that Tsuchiya does still want to put one in the front 12-foot and block a path back to those 2 yellows. Key here, really, if you're trying to get 3, and if you're determined to make the guard, you probably need to take some risk and bring it maybe a third into the top 8-foot circle. So you'd be 3rd shot. Closer you bring it to the stones in the 4-foot, though, the easier you make a double takeout attempt for your opponent. Trying to drag it into that 8-foot. They do want to get 3rd shot, but it's going to come up fractionally short and over curl. So there is going to be a path to the left hand of those 2 yellow stones, and maybe they can see enough of it to catch it thin and maybe make the double takeout as well. So a delicate but makeable shot here for Team Minami. Enjoying a 3-point lead, but they're in some jeopardy here. Mayu trying to bail them out. Pretty gentle weight. The sweepers are on it right out of hand. They're worried that it's actually too light. And this one is going to overcurl, and it's going to promote the stone into third rock position. My goodness. Now it is going to be a free draw for 4 for Tsuchiya. Mayu Minami just downed her weight. And when the weight comes down, it really moves. Overcurled. So the strategy of throwing up a front stone paying off for Tsuchiya. Now, if she can hit the 8-foot circle, after dropping a 3 in the first, whammo, you come back and throw a 4 on the board. 3 are in the bank already. Let's see if she can find a 4th. Last stone of end number 2 is on its way. Tsuchiya needs a piece of the 8-foot circle to score 4. Sweepers seem pretty okay with it. Just keeping it moving, no trouble at all. Tons of backing, and there it is. Wow. What a turnaround. Drop a 3 in the first, score a 4 in the second. 4 points on the board for Team Tsuchiya. They take the lead after 2 by a score of 4-3.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
And warm greetings from Miyota, Japan. Friday night curling action in Miyota. And things are getting pretty hot out there. Team Minami with the 3 in the first. But Tsuchiya and her teammates Answer back with a 4 in the second. Points are absolutely raining down Miyota. Team Minami with last rock here on end number 3. Team Minami lost their first game in a close one to Delaney Strauss of the USA by a count of 6-4. Looking for their first win, as are Team Tsuchiya. They lost their first match to Yoshimura by a 12-8 score. So that gives us an idea that Team Tsuchiya, when they're on the ice, the scoreboard is lighting up. Lots and lots of points. Lots and lots of rocks in play. And it is very much continuing here in this game. Minami Anzai. Catches a piece, rolls away to the wing, sticks around in shot position. Good shot. Chance for some old school curling here from Team Minami. They can make the hit and kind of leave it where it is. Pretty good separation. For classic old school 2. Mizuki Saito. Well, this one is over curling, and this one is going to be a clean miss. Right through the rings. Good chance here for Team Tsuchiya to really set up the force now. Just locking in their weight. Well, they're on it and they're off it. Usually means they're pretty close, and so it transpires. Just enough momentum to push it through the rings and out of play. And Team Tsuchiya lying 2. Well, as Ron Burgundy would say, boy, that escalated quickly. Team Minami made a terrific shot in the first end, an absolute hummer through a port to score a terrific 3. But then after scoring that 3, gave up a score of 4. And now in the third end with the hammer, they're scrambling a little bit. Trying to draw down to this stone, and that's going to come up short. So they're leaving Tsuchiya lying 2. Kai doesn't seem to be too happy to leave that rock there, however. Now she's reconsidering. I wouldn't be in a hurry to hit it either. Risks of jams, and it's already covering your shot rock a little bit. It's a long run. 6 feet, so they're going to elect to guard it. Yumiko Kashiwagi. Pretty good shot. Covers a corner of the red. Kiko Otani comes down to have a chat with the skipper. Kiana Ogawa. I feel like this is a game that Kai Tsuchiya is pretty happy to be forcing her opponent into. Team Tsuchiya seems to be really comfortable with lots of rocks in play. That one comes up short. Tsuchiya already lying 2. But the way these are set up, for me now, you think I've almost got the force locked up. This is set up really, really good for us to get around those center guards and go for a steal. Have they left it too long? Are they by the center guard? They just get it by. Sweepers didn't want to sweep. You can tell why. It was a little bit heavy and it's going to slide deep and it will go through the rings and all the way out of play. Well, they had to sweep to get by that center guard. But yeah, just that little extra bit of weight. That was really about the only place bad to miss it, was deep. So after their opponent had the chance to get around the center guards, now it's going to be the turn of Team Minami to have it go. Kana Ogawa. Kashiwagi's shot curled a lot and still went through the rings, and this one is over curling, so there's tons of curl on the right hand side toward the center line as they're going away from the glass. So very difficult to get in there with draw weight. I've seen the wider you get on the sheet, when you get outside, it'll be interesting to see where this one goes. See the brush placement to the right of the picture. I did see a rock in an earlier game thrown down this path actually track straight and hardly curl at all. So there may be a little run out there by the side of the sheet. We're going to find out. This is one of these ones that really, as long as it curls a bit and gets in play, it's probably pretty good. You'd like more than pretty good, though. Chance to really put the heat on your opponent here if you can zip around and squeeze through the hole and maybe get into the 4-foot area. Not sure if that's what she's trying or not, or this might just be a straight guard. We're going to find out in a moment. Gotta get it across the hog line first, of course. No, they just watched it and it just died. My goodness. You get too worried about the line and you forget about the weight, and all of a sudden you're pulling a rock. That's not great. Still not the easiest way out of jail here yet, though, for Team Minami. We've already seen stones take big breaks. So not only do you need to kind of get the weight right, but you also need to be thinking about, well, where am I going to put the brush? Now they're looking at runbacks as opposed to playing the hit on the stone in the front 8-foot. Everybody's coming down to have a chat. Monomoto looking over the shoulder of her teammates. Hatback is tough. playing the straight tap back, if you're hitting the high stone, you have to navigate it past your own. If you're playing the tap back on the center rock, likewise, you have to get it in a perfect location, squarely on nose. Otherwise, you're going to clip something on the way back into the forefoot area. It's only to line 1. I think they're going to go back to the original call, and as I look it over, it does feel like the best option. Another option would be come around the outturn side, hit half of the red in the top 12-foot circle, promote it on an angle. That's probably the easier tap. And this one to make, you're going to have to still have some momentum, and you're going to have to get really close to the guard to make this shot, because you're going to lose all the momentum when you make contact on that stone in the front ring. And you need to keep the momentum if you want to get to the forefoot and get shot. See how much curl there is there? My gosh. Wouldn't say it's an impossible shot to make, but it's very, very difficult. Risk is much, much lower for Tsuchiya. Only bad thing for her would be to disturb those guards. Front end taking a look at it from the hack. We've seen at least 5 rocks over curl down this in-turn path. So you wind up creeping the broom further and further out, and you're going into a new path. How's it going to react? Well, we're about to find out. Sweepers have watched them curl here too. They jump it right out of hand. They know it's pretty unlikely to under curl, and it's more likely to over curl, and that's exactly what it did. No surprise there. We've seen now 6 rocks do that. Nobody's got it right. It's like you can't take enough broom to make the shot. But the good news, the force is on. Looking at that yellow-red angle, do they think they can make contact there and maybe make a double takeout and score 2 somehow? Pretty risky. Problem is, in-turn path now, well, I think it's still there. I think it would be there if you're playing the draw. But we've seen how much that in-turn curls, and maybe they're thinking that's just too hard. Haven't seen anybody make it down that path, so let's choose another path. So I'm wondering if this is a yellow-red tap just for 1 here. Maybe not a raised double takeout attempt, but maybe just a double tap raise to try and push it into the forefoot. Here it comes. I'm going to know in a minute. Last rock here for Mayu Minami. Trying a double raise. Yellow, red, yellow, gray, spins through, and it is a steal of 2. And that's the risk you take when you up the weight. And my. Tsuchiya has stolen a pair and takes a 6-3 lead after 3 in Miyota.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
And very warm greetings and welcome back to Miyota. Intriguing game here. Last draw of day one of the WCT Japan New Year Curling in Miyota tournament. The local team, Tsuchiya, enjoying a 6-3 lead after a big steal of 2 there in the third. Hans Frauenlob here, glad you're with us. This is turning into a very interesting game. Team Minami came out of the gate like a house of fire. Played a terrific first end, made a terrific final shot. Put a 3 on the board, and normally when you come out there and throw a 3 on the first, you're thinking it's going to be a pretty good evening. And then in the second end, Team Tsuchiya came back with a 4, and now they've stolen a pair. Here we are on the fourth end. 9 points on the board. And the rocks are accumulating yet again. Not that we mind that one bit, do we? Always love to see rocks in play. Makes commentators and fans happy and makes coaches terrified. Kiko Tani clips it and just pushes it past her own stones in the back ring. Gets the job done. Her opposite number, Mizuki Saito. It's got lots of weight, well by the guard. Trying to come to those stones in the back ring, but this one may just sail right through. And that's exactly what it does. Good sweeping there just to get out of play, and I think it is out of play. They're going to take a look at it. Certainly not in the rings as far as counting eligibility to score points goes, but they have left it there, so I think they think it is still in play. Otani. I'd like to have this one front 8 foot if she could, and half a round would be perfect. Team sweep now. Trying to take it as far as they can, get as much curl as they can. Comes up just short of the rings, but it does cover the path to the shot rock on that intern side, so that will bring the play out to the edge of the sheet. We're into this little corridor of uncertainty. Coming back in the other direction. We saw some big curl, but we've also seen some stones run when they go really wide on the sheet, and that's what this one looks like it's doing. I've seen this in an earlier game. On that side of the sheet, if you get it out there, edge of 12 foot, you think it's gonna curl because you've seen stuff edge of the 8 foot in really bomb across to the center line, but I think there's just a little run there, and that one stayed wide and sailed deep. So things are looking quite good now for Team Tsuchiya. Yumiko Kashiwagi looks to pile on the pressure. So she's going to tap her own. Yumiko just been a little bit heavy on her draw attempts in this game. Pushes a third stone back into that collection of 3 now in the back 8 foot. Lined up nose to nose on a 45-degree angle. Karuizawa. Just by the guard, very well. And gets the hit in the inside flop. Sits in front of the pile. Very, very good shot. Immediately neutralizes those 3 counters behind them. So it looks to me like the goal is for Kashiwagi to try to promote that guard stone. Needs to curl a bit more though. Goes across the top into the pile. Moves the guard a bit, so at least she's opened a bit of a path into that red stone, but that does help Team Minami. They've got hammer here in 4, and they are lying 1. Maybe a quarter of it hidden behind the guards. Inside out. We've seen how much it curls outside in, so no surprise this track's straight. It actually winds up promoting the opponent's stone into the 8 foot circle. Not enough for shot. Does get a little bit of a roll on her delivered stone, so she at least blocks the path to the shot rock. Looks like Kai wants to just come down that in-turn path. Very little curl here, so really not much chance to bury it. That doesn't matter as long as she can hide even just a corner behind the red. She can get it front 4 foot. Angles will be great. and make it very, very difficult for Team Minami to remove it. Because the risk of the jam in the back would be acute. Trick with this shot is distance. Leave it too high, you're not really doing much. Take it too deep, you open the door for your opponent to score 3. When you're up 3, you do not want to do that. Oh, great looking line. And great looking weight. That is an excellent shot. Very, very nicely played. Almost too good, really. If anything, it over-curled. It's got some cover, but hasn't angled enough that Mayu can make a play at it and maybe pick it out. You got a good look here. As it got to the center line, really started to make a move. But really, that's nitpicking. It was a very good shot. Good shot here from the hack end. She can hit a quarter. She might be able to pick it out. Thing is, if you step up the weight here, you may just track straight and not move at all. Well, she clips the front and spills. So, can you set a guard? It's a terrific first shot, you gotta say, from Tsuchiya to set it up. Forced Mayu Minami to play a touch shot. And then she wrecks on the guard. It's a big moment coming up in this game, even though we're just approaching the halfway point. If Kai can get this guard in a good place and steal the end, that would be huge. They would go into the fourth end, break 4 up. But if for some reason she's wayward with her guard, still an outside chance that Team Minami could still score 2 in this end. So it's a big stone here. Sweepers are not laying a brush to it yet. They think it's heavy. Now they're giving it a bit of work. Changing the plan. It's not going to be a guard anymore. Don't want to set up a double takeout, so take it deep. That was good alert communication, I think, from the whole team. Realizing that the guard was not going to be made. It was just too heavy. So we cannot leave it side by side. Set up a double takeout for 2, so take it deep. And by doing so, they're going to get their force. So full credit to Team Tsuchiya on that one. Good communication from the sweepers. Good alert call from Yumiko Kashiwagi. Final stone on its way here on end number 4 for Mayu Minami. Oh my gosh, redirects, and it is another steal of 2. My. What an unbelievable path this game has taken. Back-to-back steals of 2 for Team Tsuchiya, and they lead it by a score of 8-3 as we hit the halfway break in this game in Miyota.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
Halftime refreshments being enjoyed by both teams. Fourth end break. Previous game, Jerry Gertz and I were commenting. There's always a fascination, it seems, from Japanese curling fans about what snacks their teams are enjoying at the halftime break. Didn't see any particularly exciting snacks there, but we'll just sneak a peek here at Team Tsuchiya. Well, I see Yumiko having a snack. I'll have to ask her after the game. What was on the menu? It is important to take on a bit of nutrition at the halftime break. Keep your energy levels up. In our team, back in the day when I was curling for New Zealand, my teammate Lauren DePap made it his mission. It didn't matter where in the world we were, he would have to find a grocery store that was selling bananas, because he couldn't have a banana at the halftime break. Life was not good in our team. That led to some very, very interesting trips when we went to some interesting parts of the world where fruit was hard to come by. But somehow, some way, Lauren always seemed to find a banana. For USA curling fans, I can spy Chris Pleiss sitting behind the glass. He's here supporting Team Delaney Strauss. In our feature match, Tsuchiya with an 8-3 lead over Mayu Minami. Been on a bit of a scoring rampage. We have not had an end with a single point scored in it. We've gone 3, 4, 2, 2. Back-to-back steals as we get ready to commence end number 5. Namianzai. And as we see so often at the halftime break, almost invariably the lead will throw it through the rings. Quite often the ice techs are going up and down with the mop, just Adds that little bit of pace to the first few stones of the following end, and we've seen so many leads over the years get fooled by that. Throw that first one heavy. Full throttle sweeping action for this team from Kitami up in Hokkaido. Sets the corner guard up. Nice shot. Monomoto. Come around attempt to try and choke off the corner guard. Comes over and clips it and pushes it. That actually wound up okay for Team Tsuchiya. Pushing the corner guard over into a position that it's kind of unusable, or not very usable anyways. But they also rolled their own stone right onto the center line, which now gives it protection from the no-tick zone. We've seen this stone curl so much. Great read this time, though. Perfect read, actually. Comes to rest half in the forefoot. That is an excellent spot. That kind of location is where three ends come from. It's going to be very, very annoying for Team Tsuchiya to deal with it. A very awkward place. It's in a perfect place for Team Minami. Trying to follow it down. And they're well by the guard. Everybody's nervous about that big swoop off of the wing. Pretty good shot. Pushes the red rock into the button, but importantly leaves their own stone angled in a good angle in front of it. So it's very promotable. Very nice stone. Mizuki Saito. This one is going to flirt with that center guard, and it will crash. So the short tap is there, yellow to red. Question is, where do you put the brush? We have seen it curl quite a lot on this intern. That port looks big, but we've seen stones really move down this patch of the ice. Oh, very nicely played, very nicely played, very well done. Terrific shot from Kiko Otani. Makes the angle raise and rolls her own stone away from the pile. Very good result. So Team Minami is chasing a little bit here. Make contact, get the roll. Pretty decent roll, but it is rolled into second shot position. Pretty sure that yellow is counting. Kai confirming that, patting the top of the yellow stone, saying, yeah, we're shot. Looking to draw around the center guard for second shot. Top 8 would be a pretty good spot to leave it. Top 4 also. Let's see if Yumiko Kashiwagi can dial in her draw weight here. Oh, once again, great line, but once again, slightly heavy. It is shot rock, however. Much better shot there from Yumiko. Does give Team Minami a path to follow it down, however. Ogawa. Well, this one's going to be flirting with the center guard. Are they by? No, this is going to wreck. Tsuchiya immediately patting her brush in the top 12 foot, saying, let's put one up there. Pretty much the same path that Yumiko just threw. So she should have a reasonable feel for the line. Just needs to make a slight adjustment on the weight. Once again, the sweeper's not laying a brush to it. Waiting for it to finish. Once again, just that little bit heavy. Sweeping for a freeze now. 2/3 frozen. Well, yeah, once again, just about 6 feet deeper than they would have liked. Does give Minami a chance to follow it down and maybe push it and nudge it. Ogawa. Tough shot though. Once again, gotta be close to that guard. Just got it by. My goodness. Very good shot. Whose shot? Can't really tell. First glance, it looks like red. Question, of course, is, okay, even if it is red, how are you going to get two? Take a look at how close this came to the guard. Oh, gosh, I'm not convinced that it didn't touch the guard going by. Maybe hit the back of the guard going by. It's a very good shot. Very well swept. But 5 up. Team Tsuchiya is probably thinking to themselves, yeah, okay, great shot. Well done. You can have one. Ooh, speed wobble. Good correction. Points immediately downwards, thinks the weight's down. You do want to get this one across the hog line and in play. You do not want to hog this rock, I can tell you. Well, they're safely across. Now they have to pick up their brooms because it's going to over curl. Little high fives there. Really just kind of lost her balance coming out of the hack, but she got the job done. Covered the path into the button on the outturn side. Now Mayu Minami eyeing up an angle raise. One of these situations where you can't guard everything. I believe the shot is red to the top right of our picture on a shallowish angle. Flush onto the red onto the button, which would leave them lying 2. Excellent shot if they make it. Minami. We've seen stones really curl down this path. And this one does over curl. Tsuchiya taking another look at it. Saying, are we shot? Are they shot? I don't think it changes the call, regardless. I do think the call is a guard in this situation. Just try to block any way that Minami can make contact on that stone in the front button. Again, you can't guard them all. There is a double raise to the left of our picture, top left. Thing is coming in from that side. The angles are poor for Team Minami. They'd much rather come in from the right-hand side of the picture as we look at it, because the red-yellow angle on the button much better from that side. Time clock's about even. So we believe this is just a straight guard, about halfway. Taking a little extra time this time. Lost her balance a little bit on her previous delivery. A little bit more deliberate here. That's a much cleaner slide. Sweeper's think it has plenty of weight. Happy to leave it really high, take as much of the angle as they can. That's a great spot. And a high five from Otani to Anzai. And a high five for the skipper too. It's been a very well played end. So, isn't there some kind of a miracle shot for two here? We're still not sure who is shot rock. It's very close. Good look from the overhead there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to call it. It is something you'd measure. It looks like red, but again, doesn't really matter. It's how do you get a second one? To get a second one, you're going to have to move that front red somehow on an angle. Looks like they are going to try the double raise. Or are they trying to get through the hole and promote the back of those two red stones? She is looking at the angle as if she is playing the double raise. In diving, you've got degree of difficulty, and boy, oh boy, this is a majorly high degree of difficulty shot if she is trying the double raise, because the angles of attack are terrible from this side. Last stone on its way. Well, we're never going to know. It's a nose hit, rolls across, and now who's got the shot? It's one for somebody, but we don't know who yet. They've called for a measure. So regardless of the outcome of the measure, you have to say that's a victory for Tsuchiya. Even if Minami scores, it's only a single point. Tsuchiya would take hammer into the seventh end up 4 in that scenario. But if it's a steal, then that is a 9-3 lead. And that might be insurmountable. This is where we get to play the home game. It's a bit snug there. Both stones are very, very close to the pinhole. So you have to be pretty delicate with this measure. Not a lot of room to maneuver. Nimiko Kashiwagi taking charge. All right, well, I did not see who they've settled on for the point, so we'll wait for the point to be put up in the mid-end break, and we'll confirm when we start the following end who got the point. But we want to know one thing for sure, and that is Team Tsuchiya are enjoying a lead late in the game here in Miyota.
When it comes to the game we love, Having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared. I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
And welcome back. We are in Miyota, Japan, at the WCT Japan. I'll spit that out. New Year Curling. One of those rare tournaments that starts in one year and ends in another. And it was, in fact, a steal of a single point for Kai Tsuchiya. And so they are indeed enjoying a 9-3 lead as we begin end number 6. That's the third consecutive end they've stolen. They trailed in this game 3-0 after 1, but ever since then, scored 4, stole 2, stole 2, stole 1. Minami here with the last rock in end number 6. And they need to make something big happen very, very quickly. You get the feeling that 3 is essential, really, if they're going to have any kind of hope in this game. Kai will know that. She'll be defending against a 3. Ooh, got away with one there. Grazed their own stone on the way past, but still removed the opponent's rock. Very nearly a miss, but got the job done. Mizuki Saito. Trying to bring it down, corner freeze, and just makes a little bump. So this end going very well if you're a fan of Team Tsuchiya. No guards up. And you've got a clear pass at your opponent's shot. Kikyo Tani. Sweepers seem pretty happy with it. Oh gosh. Was not good at all. Got a piece of it, but jammed it sideways. So there's a break. And Team Minami are going to need a number of breaks if they're going to get back in this game. And that may be the first one. Once again, trying the freeze. Once again, fractionally heavy. Punches the yellow stone to the edge of the 8-foot. Sets up a potential double takeout. Doesn't look like Kai is really interested in playing the double, though. Wants to make sure she removes at least one. She does get 2 rocks in motion. Not quite enough to push it into third shot position, but a very nice stone nonetheless. Very well thrown by Yumiko Kashiwagi. Team Tsuchiya know if they can just trade hits for the rest of the end, they'll probably drop a 2, which isn't fantastic, but you're 4 up with hammer, 2 to play. Nose hit. So you don't need to take crazy risks here. If you're Kai Tsuchiya, rather. Just as long as you're consistently removing opponent's stones one at a time. And Yumiko does exactly that. Once more to the well for the attempted freeze. Kana Ogawa having to go quite wide on the sheet here to make this freeze. The sweepers are really giving this one a workout. Looks pretty good. Just didn't finish. The weight was great. So a great chance here for Kai Tsuchiya to, if she can get to nose, make a double takeout, and really take Minami out of the end. Not too much room for error here, though. Certainly doesn't want to go across nose. So if you're thinking pro miss is definitely on the brush side. Well, that was not a pro miss. And that does give the jam. She got a bit lucky, keeping her own stone rolled in front of the opponent's stone, but now all of a sudden the door is wide open for Mayu Minami to score 3. So 2 errors here from Team Tsuchiya in this end. Can Team Minami make them pay? Maybe cash in a 3. That would get them right back in the game. Minami, well, gets the job done. Leaves herself lying 3 and now has got great separation between the stones and awkward angles as well. There's a double to the back of the rings, and I think that's probably the shot to play. And that was a very good result. Keeps the 3 alive. And still not risk-free at all to remove that stone. And we saw that come around shot from the previous end. We're back to live action. Well, now it's kind of damage control mode for Tsuchiya. After that mistake on her first stone. Needs to take care that she removes at least one here. Double takeout's great if you make it. But for heaven's sake, remove at least one. A little bit of concern on her face. Goes across the top and jams it. So she does remove one, but it's a free draw for 3 for Mayu Minami. Just needs a piece of the 8-foot, not even full 12. This would put them right back in the contest. They'd still be trailing by 3, but then you're thinking there's a glimmer. You're forced to take 1 here or take 2, it's probably game over. Scoring 3? So you're saying there's a chance. Gotta make it, though. Sweeper's backing away. Has she got backing? Has she got backing? Just enough. Gets it done. So that is a big 3-point end for Team Minami. That closes the deficit down to 3 after 6 complete. Tsuchiya 9, Minami 6.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
Welcome back to Miyota on a Friday night. Getting late on a Friday night in Japan. Final draw of a 4-draw day at the WCT Japan New Year Curling in Miyota 2024 event. And this has turned into a very, very interesting contest all of a sudden. After a couple of errors from Team Tsuchiya in the 6th end, Mayu Minami made them pay. Put a 3 on the board, and that closed the deficit down to 3 points. Team Tsuchiya with last rock here on end number 7. Trying to put the game away if they can. But this game is not over. Spoke in a prior game about this invisible thing in our sport, and well, any sport, called momentum. And going into the sixth end, all of the momentum was with teams Tsuchiya, but two misses on fairly routine shots swung the momentum back in favor. Team Minami. If you're going to miss, leaving a guard is not a bad miss. For Team Minami, they'll be thinking, if we can steal the end here, ideally steal two, we're right in the ball game. Conversely, if you're Kai Tsuchiya, I'm a little bit surprised by this, I'll be honest. If I'm Team Tsuchiya, I'm thinking, my job here is to score. One, we'll take it. Take our chances 4 up. One thing I would not be doing right now is leaving center guards. This is what they are electing to do. Iko Otani comes around the pile. She's going to promote the redstone. Well, they're going to sit right on top of it, actually. And that's bad because yellow-red is angled now straight to the button. Mayu Minami can leave that there for the whole end if she wants and just use it when she needs to. Although it doesn't look like she's going to make that play right now. Yeah, it's hard to understand why you would leave center guards up. And you're up 3 with. Mayu Minami won't mind, I'll tell you that. Pushes the Yellowstone forward into second shot position. The clutter only helps Team Minami. More rocks in play, the better as far as they're concerned. They're already down 3. They don't care if they drop 4. They've dropped a multiple, and this is all about trying to steal the end for them. And if you're going to steal the end, you want rocks in play. And boy, do they have rocks in play. So Team Tsuchiya really playing with fire here. This is dangerous. Choosing to leave that one short of the hog line. There's enough guards up there already. They didn't want to add another one. The real track down this portion of the ice runs dead straight. And now you see paying the price for leaving front stones up. For me now, if I'm the coach of Team Tsuchiya, the alarm bells are just ringing loud and the lights are flashing red. This is looking ugly. Great shot, great result. But now yellow-red is angled to jam. And now, finally, 4 shots too late for me. Tsuchiya is dealing with the center guards. Well, nearly knows. Pushes that stone off the 12-foot circle, but things are still looking very good indeed for Team Minami. And that yellow-red tap, it's been there for ages. I said at the time, you can use it whenever you want. You can use it a little bit too early. This still might be one rock too early. Lock up the steel first. Maybe put the heat on with a tap for 2 on the last. Yeah, this will be one of these games. You still have to like Team Tsuchiya's chances. They're up 3. But I just think they're making it incredibly hard on themselves, unnecessarily. And there is that small tap bump, nearly perfectly frozen. Angles changed on the yellow, red-yellow at the front. There will be some drag effect that will drive yellow more directly onto that redstone behind it, and they're going to need that because they're going to need to have enough momentum to push one of those redstones out of the rings. Big shot here for Yumiko Kashiwagi. Sweeping for curl. She might catch it too thin. Yes, she does. Pushes red, but red is still lying 1-2. Can't guard everything if you're Team Minami, but right now, at the beginning of the end, you'd say, would you like this situation with 2 rocks to come each? You'd say, absolutely. In an excellent position to steal the end. Maybe steal 2. And if they steal 2, then this truly becomes anybody's game. Really working it, but it's going to come up short. It's short of the hog line, and that one is going to get pulled. So a moment of relief here for Kai Tsuchiya. Has to take advantage of this. That was a big miss. You won't be able, I don't think, to make the double takeout here, but you can certainly remove one of them. Must remove at least one red rock here. There's 1, 2 in motion. Not enough to push it out of shot rock position, but enough to push it to the edge of the 4-foot. And that removes the danger a lot for Team Tsuchiya because she can see that stone now. So worst case, on her last, she might be able to pick that off. So good result, taking advantage of that miss on the guard to dampen down the pressure that was really starting to build. So now Kai has got some options. Even if Mayu makes this one, Kai has got a couple of taps that she could try. So she'll have some kind of a shot. This one over curling into the guard. Pushing it across. Covering the path to the shot rock. So that's not a terrible result. How does Kai get in there to score her 1? Not entirely sure where they want to put the brush here. It is pretty straight on that outturned side. Looks like she's trying the outturn tap. Just needs to promote her stone forward about a foot to score a single point. Last stone of end number 7 on its way. Kai Tsuchiya. Tell you what, this does not look heavy. It's all over the center already. is not going to be enough to promote it, so it is going to be a steal of a single point. This game is not over yet, folks. Steal of 1 for Mayu Minami, and that closes the gap to 9-7. Team Tsuchiya will be 2 up coming home with, but all the momentum with Team Minami and Miyota.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
Well, here we go, folks. 8th end. Team Tsuchiya now clinging to a narrow 9-7 lead over Mayu Minami of Hokkaido. There have been 4 stolen ends in this game. And if somehow Mayu Minami can manufacture a steal of 2, she would have completed an unlikely comeback and take us into an extra end. Still an uphill battle, but they've given themselves a chance. That's all you can ask. When you're down 6, you say to yourself, all right, the job is to make our opponent throw their last rock. Now you're resetting your goals. Now you're thinking, our job is to get to an extra end. Good center guard just at the top of our picture. Very tight to the rings. Very usable for Mayu. Minami Anzai. Looking to play a hit on the stone in the rings. Hits it, rolls away. Nice shot. And actually jams and sticks around on the back 12 foot. Minami needs to steal 2. It can happen. We have seen 2 steals of 2 points in this game. Clip center guard. Spills to the back 8 foot. So it will be a similar shot here for Team Tsuchiya. This time it will be Kiko Otani making the throw. She watches intently. Makes the hit, rolls across, gonna jam again. Corner freezes her stone on the back 12 foot. That probably won't matter at the end, but you never know when those stones could wind up being a factor. Any rock in play is going to be viewed as something potentially useful by Team Minami. Looking for cover. This one might be over curling. No, they're by. Very good looking line. Very good looking weight. Great looking shot. And that one will come to rest full 4 foot. Maybe a third buried. Very good shot. So this one, it's a plan A, plan B shot. Plan A, hit the stone in the rings. Peel it out. Plan B, if it over curls, make sure you get the center guard. Good look at the replay here. Very good brushing. And a very nice shot. What you do not want to allow is a clean miss. And there we see that jam becoming a factor. Leaves a red stone lying in the rings. Hello. It is second shot. But those stones that hang around the edge of the 12 foot, when you're needing to steal 2, it gives you a bit of a hope. That might be a saver. Ogawa. That one left a little bit higher in the rings and a little bit more open. It's been a long day. 4th draw. You can see how they're angled at the back. There is a risk of a jam here. Yumiko Kashiwagi lets it fly. Gets to nose, squeezes it past her own, and they lie 2. That's a big shot. If she jams those stones at the back, anything could happen. Now they're lying 2. That means that they're forcing their opponent to make some kind of a play on the shot rocks as opposed to going around the guard themselves. So a very nice stone there from Yumiko Kashiwagi in a critical situation. Kano Ogawa. Looking for the inside roll. She got any contact at all. No, she goes by everything. And now the chance for Team Tsuchiya to deal with this annoying center guard at last. Kashiwagi. Gonna do it the hard way, going across nose, but she gets the job done. Rolls it away to the wing and almost out of play. Not quite, but not really a factor. 2 very nice stones from Yumiko Kashiwagi. That reduces the pressure a lot. Remember, Team Minami have to steal 2 to force an extra. So here is Mayu Minami. The stone needs to be in shot rock position if they're going to have a chance. This will be in shot rock position. And that is a pretty fine shot. Not quite in the pocket, but it is angled to jam. Decision here. Which way do you want to play it? I think playing it this way is the smart play. Hit it half on the brush side. You don't care at all if you lose the yellow one at the back, as long as the red one goes out. And if you can do that, you're going to have an open hit for the win. Tsuchiya. Takeout attempt is on its way. Wants to hit it high side, but she's going to hit it on the nose. Jams it at the back. Now there is a chance for Minami to squeeze that out and lie two, and that would make her opponent look at, if a clean miss, an extra end. Kind of two different ways you can squeeze it out to lie two. You can hit a little bit high side. Squeeze it back on an angle, roll a little bit to the wing. I think that's what I'd prefer as we look at that takeout attempt jamming. Lots of time on their time clock, so they're going to come down and discuss it. And they are going to call timeout as well. You know one thing for sure, they have to be lying two after this delivery. Otherwise the game's over. So the question becomes, which way do you want to push that yellow rock? Do we want to go center line side and then roll over into the back of the 8-foot? Or do we want to take a little bit of risk, roll to the outside? Might be a slightly easier shot, but much less house to roll to stick around for second shot. Easier in the sense it might be easier to squeeze the yellow one past the reds. Neither shot is easy by any means. They are going to try the inside. They've got a lot of house to roll to. If they hit half, doesn't really matter if they go across the top of their second shot in the back of the 12-foot. As long as they're lying 1-2. And they've got a good, really 6 feet to roll to, so plenty of house to roll to. She hits half. They'll be lying 2. Well, what was looking like a potential runaway has turned into an enthralling finish. Must hit half the rock and stick around. Well, they're on it and off it. They can't be too far away. There's the hit. But will it stick around? No! It just rolls a fraction too far. Brave, brave try from Mayu Minami. And that rolls just a little bit too far, and Tsuchiya will not have to throw her final rock. It will be a win, but boy, a narrow win for Tsuchiya of the hometown team in Miyota. Earning a 9-7 victory, doesn't have to throw her last rock in the 8th end, but it went right down to the wire. Terrific fight back performance by Mayu Minami. To close it up, they were down 9-3 at one point. But Team Tsuchiya hang on for a 9-7 victory, earning their first win of the tournament and bringing the end of day one to a close here in Miyota. Much more curling to come tomorrow. Please join us again. Thank you for joining us tonight. And so long and a good evening from Miyota.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.